Believe it or not, YouTube does not bring in enough cash to fund my unhealthy spending habit, so I have to do this thing called work. I work for a company called Slug Disco. We develop an ant-based RTS game called Empires of the Undergrowth, and we're also a publisher. Most notably, we publish a game called Ecosystem, which is an underwater genetic simulation type game, and our newest acquisition is a game called Adapt. Links to all of these are, of course, in the description. My role is primarily focused on marketing these games, so social media, emails, physical events as well. For example, we took Adapt and Empires to EGX, but recently I had some success on TikTok, so I thought I'd just explain how that all came about, what we got from it, as well as some tips on how you could hopefully replicate the success yourself. Okay, so you can see here on this graph, these are our wish lists over the last 2 weeks for Adapt, and they tell quite an interesting story. This spike here on the left is from this successful tweet that we did on January 8th. Seeing that the tweet did well, I began posting it everywhere. Here it is on Reddit, also having done well in 3 places, and I also posted it on TikTok. So how did it do there? Well, it didn't do well immediately. I posted it up on the 10th of January, where as with my past videos, it seemed to crawl to around the 600-700 views mark and then kind of just stop dead. And I'd always in the past presumed this was TikTok, just giving you a little taste of that virality, that success. You think, ooh, 700, we can get it to 1,000 with spending a bit of our marketing budget on ads. So I wrote it off as a bit of a fluke and thought, I'll just keep on trying until something sticks. But as you can see here, it had 2 days of a little bit of pickup and then suddenly it had a massive spike. And I've managed to kind of nurse that and have a long tail off with the views kind of dipping but staying quite high. And if you line this up with our Steam wishlist chart, you can see the following stats here. So on January 16th, we had 9,055 views on TikTok, and this resulted in 81 wishlists. On January 17th, we had 90.6 thousand views on TikTok with 285 wishlists. On January 18th, we had 115,000 views on TikTok, 222 wishlists. January 9th, we had 60,000 views, 177 wishlists. January 20th, we had 75,000 views and 133 wishlists. The 21st saw 20,000 views and 96 wishlists, so a bit of a drop off here. But then on January 22nd, it went back up to 68,000 views with 179 wishlists. So that's a full week, that's 7 days of stats. In total, we had 429,000 views and 1,092 wishlists. So this works out at around every 400 views, we got a wishlist in the past week. If you compare this to this spike here from our successful tweet, you see that video got to around about 7,000 views in 1 day, and this resulted in 207 wishlists. And that kind of works out about 34 views is equal to 1 wishlist. It's also worth noting here that the route to go from TikTok to wishlisting a game on Steam is quite convoluted. Everyone on TikTok is going to be most of the time using their phone. And it's quite unlikely you're going to be logged into Steam on your phone. You're either going to be logged in on the browser on your computer, where you play and actually buy and download the games, or the client. So for someone to see your video on TikTok and then go wishlist it, they have to actually get up, put the phone down, go on the computer, search for the game, and find it that way. So this is unproven at this stage, but my kind of working theory here is that these wish lists from TikTok are a lot more valuable than the ones from Twitter, because when the game releases, they're more likely to convert. They've put in more effort to go and wishlist the game, so therefore they're probably more interested in the game in the first place. And we have a link in our bio on TikTok that's UTM tracked, which means that on the back end of Steam, we can see how many people have actually clicked that link and then wishlisted the game from that. And according to those stats, only 17 people have actually clicked that link. And again, that kind of adds to the theory that people they've just gone and found the game on their own. They've searched for it manually. They haven't clicked that link in the bio. And you'll notice too that the spike from Twitter, it was one and done. Our organic wishlist rate is about 30 a day. So we had the spike, then it fell the next day to that 30. There wasn't like a big tail off. It was just a spike and then flat again. And this tracks because a tweet on Twitter is very ephemeral. It's kind of one and done. It goes out, you see it on the day. It may stick around if it does really well, and then it goes. And the next day, everyone's forgot about it. Compare this to the TikTok success, and you're going to see that there's a longer tail off, despite not every video I posted since then doing amazingly well. But because TikTok does promote interaction, we've had some successful follow-up videos. So the majority of the videos that have come out since that successful video have been replies to comments on the successful video. Because on TikTok, you can long press on a comment and then respond with a video reply. So this helps encourage comments from other people that have seen that video because they want to maybe get their comment featured in a video, and it keeps that cycle of interaction going, just feeding the algorithm more. And your mileage may vary here, but I just kind of had fun with it, and I was being slightly passive aggressive with some of my replies. Pretty much every single comment on the successful video was, is this Spore? Is this Spore? Is it coming out on console? Is it coming out on console? Is the multiplayer? Is the multiplayer? There was the same comment just over and over again. No one was reading the comments. They were just clicking the comment button and writing a comment. So I had some fun with my follow-up replies, and you can see some of those here.
Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
It looks like meat's back on our menu, boy. No way.
No need for imagining.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No! This is Patrick! I'm not a Krusty Krab.
So another interesting point is that the community on TikTok are skewed a bit younger, you know, kind of the 13, 14, 15 mark. You get quite a lot of more shitty comments because they just don't care. Whereas on Twitter and Reddit, it was like, oh cool, this is a new sport, this looks really exciting. The majority on TikTok were, oh, this is a copy paste on sport, you're gonna get sued by EA, have some originality. It was all kind of stuff. And like, I'm not the developer of the game is solo developed by a guy called Paul. But you know, if I was a solo developer and I was doing that and I was reading those comments, you know, that might upset me, it might annoy me. But so you do have to deal with those trolls. But because they've been posting, it's boosted the video further. So, you know, they've fed the algorithm for me and they've made my job a lot easier. And with the EA is going to sue you, I particularly enjoyed this comedic exchange. So after all this, would I say TikTok is worth your time? I would say most certainly, but don't stress about it too much. Just post regularly when you can. You don't have to put a huge amount of effort into your videos. You'll notice that if you go on TikTok yourself, a lot of the videos are just filmed from your phone. You can film your screen just from your phone, as I've done in some of my follow-up replies, and they work just as well. They don't have to be highly edited. Obviously, if they are highly edited, that's great. It makes it a little bit more slick. But I think people do kind of appreciate the realism, the actual person with the camera, not the marketing person doing the slick ad. So just keep posting and pray one day the algorithm picks you up, and when it does, just massage it. Get your knuckles in really deep, just get those knots out. Maybe even take it to dinner. I hope this video was useful. If it was, it'd be great if you could hit the like button to let me know and consider subscribing if you want to see more of this in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.